everyone, it's Emily and welcome to another episode of Designer Renovations. Today we are renovating a house that actually comes with the base game. It's in Willow Creek and I don't think that a family is living here to start off with, but this house was given to me by Gothic Gunslinger in my Discord. They said that they wanted this house renovated, but they asked if they needed to upload it or anything, and I was like, nope, it's good. I got it in my game, so I will just renovate it from there, no uploading necessary. So I just wanted to kind of start this off by saying, if you're playing in a house that you didn't make or a house that comes with the game and you just want it spruced up a little bit to suit your family more, maybe like redecorate some of the rooms, then you can submit that too. And if it's in the game already, just let me know and I will grab it from there. Or if you're playing in a house that someone else made that's on the gallery, but you need some extra rooms added because your family is getting too big, then you can give me the details of how I can find that if you don't want to upload it, since it's exactly the same as a build that already exists on the gallery. So yeah, just give me all that information and I will add it to my list. So this house, people went crazy over this backstory, by the way, so that was really cool. A bunch of people in my Discord were talking about it. They were like, how did you come up with this? Like, how did this happen? But yeah, it's really cool. And Gothic Gunslinger actually mentioned that they like to rotate through the families that they're playing in the world. So if they're playing one family and they're not really feeling it anymore, they'll just jump to the next one and play with them. So this was a family that I don't think, or maybe they have actively been playing with them, but they're just a family that was in their world that they'd created the story for, and they were wanting the house that they had placed them in to fit the family a little bit more. So I helped them out with that. And they said that the family has 6 members. There are 2 parents who are elders. The son is a young adult, and they have a daughter who is a teen, and the son's girlfriend is visiting for the summer, is kind of the story that they're playing with, and she's also a young adult, and she has a dog who is a domesticated wolf. So that's pretty cool. And the backstory is that this is the richest family in town. They're well known for having a business empire, but plot twist, both of the parents are secret agents. So I got in a secret little secret agent office thing for them, which is pretty cool. I had a lot of fun building that, and that was something that they asked for specifically. They were thinking that the house is very classy, but there is some hidden office room with James Bond style electronics, so I made sure to get that in there for them, and it was super fun to build. I have so much fun doing things like that. I actually really want to rebuild all of the get to work career lots, because every time I watch someone rebuild one of those, like Simlessy did a really good build of the science lab, and I was like, oh my god, I need to rebuild the science lab. But I've been giving myself some time since I watched her build, because I was like, I don't want to just copy her science lab, because I mean, it's really great and I absolutely love it, but I want to do my own thing. So she gave me a bunch of ideas, but I didn't want to actively, you know, just like use all of her ideas in my own build. So I'm waiting on that one, but it's a plan that I have. And going back to the family, their kids are Philip and Shauna, and they don't know anything about their parents' secret identity. So they're as much in the dark as the rest of the town is that their parents are secret agents. They think they're just business people, which is kind of crazy considering they're older now, but you know, probably best for their safety that they don't know anything about the secret agent goings on in their house. And what else? They both have fortune aspirations and want to be involved in the family business, which I bet's going to be pretty interesting. I'm assuming there's some front to the business, like the kids are helping with something that like it seems like it exists, but like it's not really a thing, or it's just kind of like been running in the background. The parents haven't really been doing anything with it. Like maybe they're investors, but now the kids are getting more into that. I don't know. And they imagine that the kids have high society connections, or the family in general has high society connections. Philip is an athletic junkie. I made sure to get in a home gym in his room. He actually has the biggest bedroom in the house with the way that I did the floor plan, but I cut out some of the landscaping so that we could jump on into the floor plan. I showed the entire floor planning process, which we are watching now, and I left out a couple of the rooms though, just because I didn't think they were as interesting, like the hallways and stuff. I personally, I think I decorated them really well. I really like how they turned out, but I left them out of the speed build because I thought that it would take a little bit too long. This was a huge house, and for some reason, renovations take me longer than actually building a house from scratch. So, yeah, I don't know how that happens, but I still have a lot of fun doing them. I have more fun doing them than I do just building things from scratch sometimes. So I'm really enjoying this series, and I want to thank everyone who has sent me a house to renovate so far. I'm really looking forward to getting to them, but yeah, it's just a lot of fun for me. So I hope you guys are liking this series too. And here is where I'm creating the secret room. We've got the fake decoy office, I guess, that's off of the main hallway in the house, and then behind it, through those bookshelf secret doors, we've got the secret agent office. So that's what I was doing over there, trying to figure that out. I think I'll play around with that a little bit more, but I'm not sure if that makes it into the video. But we've got the downstairs done. Basically, the left side of the house is the parents' wing. They have their office, they have their bedroom, their ensuite, and that's all of their stuff over there. And then the right side of the house is like the main family living area, dining room, and kitchen. And I liked how all of those came out a lot. I think that they turned out really nice. I don't know. I'm really happy with how this house turned out. I was in a good mood when I was building this, and I had lots of ideas, so it was really fun to do. But so the sun, going back to the story, it's very lengthy, and I'm really happy about that because it gave me so many ideas when I was furnishing the house. But the son's home from college. He brought his new girlfriend with him, and she is a free-spirited bohemian girl named Lavender. So I gave her a room that's kind of like, I'm imagining that it's their guest room, but it's kind of furnished for her. Like, I'm assuming that his mom was probably like, oh, you're coming to stay with us for the summer? I'm gonna hire this decorator, and they are going to, you know, make over the room that you're gonna be staying in. So the room that's for Lavender is kind of what I'm assuming would be her style, but also kind of what the mom's style might be, like more some aspects of like the bohemian, like outdoorsy girl, but then also some of it is like a little bit more traditional, just because I'm assuming that the mom had a say in what the guest room was going to look like. But some of the things are Lavender's that she's brought with her. She also has her own balcony, which is really cool. So I put a yoga mat out there for her, and she has all of her dog stuff is in her room, like the dog's food bowl and everything, because the family doesn't have any pets. So I thought that they would be very welcoming and accepting of her and her dog, but they might not necessarily want her dog's stuff all over the house. So the dog's bed and food bowl and toy box thing is all in her room. Not that the dog can't leave her room, but I think that they would probably just want the dog's stuff to be confined to her space. And she is used to living off the grid, and they're pretending that she grew up in Granite Falls, which I think is a really cool story. And she brought her pet wolf with her, like I was saying. So they were picturing that they were putting her up in a guest room. So 4 bedrooms total. The house has 4 bedrooms. And like I said, it has a little bit of a guest room vibe, but it was definitely personalized for her specifically. But yeah, I think that if it were completely her, like, free-spirited bohemian style, it would have looked a little different than it ended up turning out. But, ooh, I really like this living room a lot. I gave them the biggest TV because, you know, they are very wealthy from their business ventures, but they are up to date on the latest technology, even though they're elders, because they have all this secret agent training. They know about technology things. They aren't, I'm guessing they're probably like pretty technologically savvy Sims, so they're up to date on all of that, and they have the nicest appliances, electronics, all that stuff in their house, and they had to have the biggest TV, you know? And they also have that giant, what's it called? Fireplace? But this build was actually the first one where I used the tool that the Sim Supply made, where you can suppress packs from your game. So basically, it tricks your game into thinking that you've uninstalled certain packs, but you don't actually have to uninstall them. It's just like a little, basically like cheat code type of thing, but you put it in before you go into the game. If you want to know how to do that, I'll try to link his video down below, because it was really helpful for this. So I used that with this because they had all of the expansion packs, all of the game packs, but Dine Out, and then they only had Laundry Day and Romantic Garden stuff packs. And the stuff packs is usually where I run into trouble, and also Dine Out is a lot of times where I run into trouble. Oh my god, my dog, she's barking. I think she's done. But I use a lot of the Oh my god. I use a lot of the plants that are in Dine Out for some reason, and I also use this little like tea light thing that's in Dine Out a lot, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't accidentally using those items, but luckily laundry day was included. I was allowed to use that, so that made me very happy, and romantic garden stuff, which helps me a lot with the landscaping, so I was happy to have that, and yeah, it was super easy when I used that feature thing that The Sims Ply made or has on his website available for anyone to use. That was really helpful for this build, and I'm definitely going to be using that in other builds in the future for this series because it made my life a lot easier. The only thing that was kind of an issue though was when I forgot that I still had it on and I went into a game and it replaced a bunch of my objects with other things and I had to exit without saving, which didn't really matter because I just opened the game and went into a household, but it was a little bit weird to look at my game like that, but it's fine. I fixed it and it didn't mess up any progress or anything, but I want to make sure this family had a lot of appliances in their kitchen because I felt like they would have their kitchen completely decked out. They probably have like a maid service or maybe even a butler. There isn't a room for a butler, but I could see them like hiring a caterer frequently to cook all of their meals and prepare their food, so maybe they take advantage of the kitchen space by having someone else make all their meals. I don't know. But I really liked how this kitchen turned out. I was kind of worried that it was going to be a little bit too small, but I think that the size of it kind of goes along with the idea that maybe they don't even use their kitchen, maybe they just hire someone else to use their kitchen, so it doesn't really need to be that big, but they have a nice big dining room, and their living room actually isn't huge considering the size of the house, but it's a decent size, and it has some big couches in there and chairs and stuff, so I don't know, I liked how it turned out. But the wallpaper that I've been using in a lot of the spaces in this house, that kind of like, it's not, I don't know, it's kind of like a custard color to me, but I don't know, I really have been loving that. I saw Urban Sims use it in a starter home that she made, I want to say. It might not have been a starter home, but I saw her use it in a house, and I was like, what the heck? I have never used that wall color before. It looks so nice. So I've been using that a lot, like not just in this build, but in a lot of other builds, that like custardy wallpaper. Well, it's not even wallpaper, it's like the painted walls with the crown molding, whatever. But yeah, I've been using that a lot, and I did the same thing a few months ago with Vixella. She came out with a house build where she used this like sage green colored wall paint swatch, and I had never used that swatch before, but after she did that, I was like, okay, all of my builds will have this swatch in it, and I still use it every now and then, but my obsession has faded a little bit, which is probably good, but yeah, I don't know, I get super obsessed with new swatches of wallpapers in this game because I feel like I tend to use the same ones a lot because that's what I'm comfortable with, so when I can find a new one to use a lot and like work in there to mix things up every now and then, I'm very excited. But yeah, we have a nice bar in there. I really liked their dining room. I've been getting into putting this like bench thing on one of the sides of the dining table, and I think it makes it a little bit more casual. Like, their dining room is pretty formal, but they don't have a casual dining space other than the two bar stools in the kitchen, so I wanted to get the main dining room to be like still very formal but also slightly casual. Like, you could go in there and eat your breakfast and you wouldn't feel like super weird about it, you know? I don't know, but that's just what I was thinking. And now we're making the fake office area. This is just their space that anyone can use the computer in here. It's just a little study, and most of the people that live in this house think that this is the only place that you can use a computer other than the kids' bedrooms. I think that the son doesn't have his own computer, but the daughter, I think I put a computer in her room. Not totally sure. It might have just been an iPad. I don't know. I think I put something in her room. But here is where I'm building the secret agent hidden room. And I had, this was so much fun. I've already said that a bunch, so I'm going to stop. But yeah, I like using the career rewards, especially when I have earned them in the game. So to be using them in a house for a family that's like in these careers is really fun for me. I try not to use big career rewards when I'm decorating. Sometimes I'll use small ones as clutter, but in general, I don't really use things like the desk that comes with the secret agent career, that wall thing with the map on it. I don't use those types of things when I build, but it's always nice to be able to build specifically for someone who would have earned those things in the game. So that was fun. And I put those security cameras in there because I thought that they would need some extra security in their room. They have some type of like jewelry thing or like gold bars or something. Oh no, it's like a sim ray thing. It's kind of like what you get when you do the science career, if you've done that before, but it's in a case, and I think it comes as a career reward for secret agents. I'm not totally sure. But anyway, they're kind of like guarding that in there. So that's why they have all the security cameras in there. And also going back to that room, they have this little like walk-in closet section because I'm thinking that they probably have to go undercover a lot. So they have all kinds of different outfits and disguises and whatever that they need their walk-in closet for. But then they have their nice little humble dresser over here. And most people think that their bedroom is like super small for the house. They think their office is super small for the house, but you know, they don't ask too many questions because it's probably rude to be like, you live in such a big house, why is your bedroom so small? So, and I mean, most people who come over probably would never be in their bedroom, but maybe if they were giving someone a tour of the house. But yeah, they have this whole secret agent room that takes up a big chunk of their side of the house. And another thing that I cut out of this video is all the bathrooms. They all, not that they look the same, but I used the same wallpaper and like flooring and the same appliances in all the bathrooms, but in different colors, the wallpaper and the flooring anyway. So I cut that out, but they'll be in the screenshot so you can check them out in there. And I wanted to add a little bit more personality, I guess, to these balcony areas or the deck area, because they had like a table. I don't even know what they had on the first floor one, but up here they just had some chairs that were like looking out, and I thought that I would kind of keep that with the bench, but this bench looks a lot nicer than the other one did. And then we've got the chess table, so this is actually a place where Sims could go and like do some skill building and stuff. But yeah, so now we are on to their teenage daughter's room, and I like how her room turned out a lot. It's kind of small actually compared to her brother's room, considering that she is the one who lives here full time because she's still a teenager, and her brother's like off to school and he has a huge room, but it's okay. I'm sure she manages. She has lots of nice things in here. And her brother does have a whole gym in his room, so there's that. But she actually has her own bathroom off of her room. All of these bathrooms are en suites, actually. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, we've got her room in here. It's very like glam. I didn't have much to go on for her personality, so I just made it like, you know, your typical teenage girly room. And yeah, I did get in a computer for her, and it's very nicely decorated. And I think, do I put fairy lights in here? I think I put them in the other room, but I don't know. I put up some posters on the wall though, just so she has her own little touch of her personality. I did put them in here, yay. But her room was pretty matchy, and it was just like white and pink, so I wanted some posters so it was a little bit more like, you know, someone lives here and they put their own stuff in the room. It wasn't too perfectly decorated. But the brother's room is really nice. I like it a lot. Honestly, I would want his room over anyone else's. Actually, maybe not. I take that back. I think I would probably want the teenage daughter's room, because she does have her own computer in there and she could just, you know, hide out in her room. It's very calming in my opinion. But the brother, I think that I wouldn't really like having a bedroom, even if it's a huge bedroom with like gym equipment in it. I think that would freak me out, because when you go to the gym, you're supposed to be active, but then when you're in your bedroom, you're supposed to be, you know, like sleeping or relaxing. So I think it would stress me out a little bit to have like, to be trying to go to sleep or like trying to relax and then looking over and having like the reminder like, oh, did you work out today? No, why are you relaxing then? You know what I mean? So maybe not his room. Maybe we can just change his little exercise. Maybe we should add an extra wall in. You know, hypothetically me making this a real life room, I should just totally add an extra wall in here. What am I even saying? I don't know, but his room is really cool. I like the colors. They were obviously inspired by those curtains that I think, are those from Parenthood or were they added with the toddlers? I can't remember, but yeah, those curtains, I like using them a lot, obviously. I think I use them in almost all of my builds, and I just took the navy color and the red color and put those around the room. But yeah, his room's pretty nice, and now we are on to Lavender's room, I guess. Oh man, I kind of forgot her name was Lavender. I wish I would have put more purple in this room, but it's kind of pinkish. You can tell, I feel like you can tell that the dog bed was like hers that she brought, because it's kind of like more homemade and like, I don't know, what am I trying to say? It's a little bit more like rustic, which I'm guessing is what she likes, but the rest of this room is not so much like that. Like the bed and stuff, I think that they were kind of trying to make it feel like rusticy, but it didn't really quite work. It just looks very well put together with the rest of the room, so there's that. But she also has lights all around her room, which is why I couldn't remember if it was her room or the daughter's room that I put them in, but they both have them, so that's nice. I'm thinking that it was probably like Philip called up his parents and he was like, hey, mom and dad, my girlfriend Lavender, I really want you to meet her. She's gonna come stay with us for the summer if that's okay. And they were like, oh yeah, we'd love to have her. We'll hire a decorator and get them on renovating the guest room. And he was like, okay, like this is kind of what she likes, but good luck. I don't think it's going to turn out that way, and it didn't. But I'm guessing that the mom probably got the younger sister in on it, and then them with like some interior decorator, they were like, oh yeah, this is looking great, because I feel like this room has kind of a similar style to the daughter's room. But we have some of the plants and stuff, and obviously all the dog things in here, so that gives it a little bit of Lavender's personality. And I did put in a guitar in here because I thought maybe, you know, she grew up in Granite Falls, they sell those little guitars over when you go camping, so maybe she has one of those. And yeah, we're about done with this, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun making it. I hope that Gothic Gunslinger likes their new house for their family, and yeah, make sure to stick around for the screenshots and see all the little details that I left out throughout this house. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye!